everybody, welcome back to another video of the Galacticraft Mod building a base. I believe this is episode number 4. So before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and to leave a like, and while at it, just click the notification bell to get notified of every video I upload. Now I did make a lot of progress on the base while I was off camera. So I'll also be showing you how to make fuel, because making fuel is quite a hard process, and with the perfect. So there is a ultimate fuel loader and there's an ultimate refinery. Now the refinery, really fast, but oil is hard to get. So I'll show you the easy way, not really easy, but the more efficient and better way to get fuel without using oil. So yeah, let's get straight into it. As you can see, all of the solar panels. Now on the deck, I do have a gigantic tier 10 rocket. And also, of course, with a fuel loader. Actually, that does not have any battery in it. Now, as you can see, we have a cargo rocket. There was a cargo rocket back on Earth, I believe. So, what? Okay, I'm guessing we have another frequency module right here, because this is obviously not it. So as you can see, we got a cargo rocket right here. We have a cargo loader, and we also have a cargo unloader. We also have an ultimate fuel loader, and we also have a very invalid launch controller, and also some chests in case the cargo rocket gets despawned. So let's enter in the base with the double airlock. You always need the double airlock from going to space into your base, especially if you have working oxygen sealers. Now let's go into this base, and as you can see, we have a second layer now. I also sealed this room as well. Also sealed this room and this double air vent area, just for good measure. And let's go up to the second floor, as you can see, because I didn't want to use a actual source of power in oxygen, because it doesn't fit well, and I have to make gigantic holes in my floor, which we don't need that. So I just use the infinite battery and the infinite oxygen supply. As you can see, 4 oxygen sealers just to fill this entire room. That's insane, man. I don't know why you need 4 oxygen sealers. That's just crazy. Now, going out into here, as you can see, a very well designed doors. So these are the living quarters right here. This one is the living room with the curtain door. These are part of the molasses mod. And we have coffee spawners. So this is like the entertainment living room area. You can sit down, and coffee will spawn every morning with the unfunctional TV. I mean, it's just really good. I think, although my design is not good, I think it's pretty functional. No mobs, because I got the arc lamps. And yeah, we got a curtain door. Now, these other doors these are the doors to the sleeping, or as you can see, the astronauts' quarters. So I'll be building that as well. I'll be building in 4 of these. I mean, this space station is pretty large, but it only houses like 4. Supposedly I'm going to have to make these smaller, because look at this. No astronaut needs such a big space. Do they? No. No astronaut needs such a big space. So I'll be also making these smaller by cutting these right in half, right here, probably. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cutting the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and probably going to go on. And now going on to the third floor, I also added a cryogenic chamber, which is basically a daytime sleeping chamber. So basically the second floor is kind of like the sleeping room, quarters, something, whatever you call it. So these are the cryogenic chambers. I was so interested in these, like the third episode. And yeah, you can definitely sleep in here. It looks weird. But yeah, it's does have the same, it does work like a bed. It does have a cooldown though, which is unfortunately. Yeah, I just made these into the sleeping, daytime sleeping quarters. Now, also I have 4 oxygen sealers. Because, of course, it's going to have to take 4 oxygen sealers just to seal this tiny room, man. And now, also these doors are the custom doors from the Molasses Mod door factory. So I will leave a link to that mod in the description as well. So as you can see, I also have another elevator upstairs. And this is basically the small room I made at the first episode. So this is definitely one of my favorite rooms. I mean, it's the most complete room also. So we got giant iron doors here. Make a really nice sound. And we got the fuel loaders. I don't know what is going on with that texture. Oh god. We got some very weird texture-y glitches here. Very weird indeed. And so the oxygen gas. Like, look at these textures. These are all messed up now. All of the water is drained as well. Interesting. I'm just trying to like rebuild the textures because look at these. These are all weird and such. And these shouldn't be delivering methane gas, and that is the wrong color for methane gas as well. All glitched out. That is insane. What? How does it need carbon? Well, didn't have carb there. So as you can see, the oxygen gas is filling up. So I have 3 containers for the water tanks. Now you do need a lot of fluid tanks for this process. So first what? I thought I changed that. So first you need water tanks. So just put a fluid tank right here. You can stack these up and they'll connect. And just put water buckets or anything that has water inside of it. Just put them inside of the water tanks. And now these fluid pipes. First of all, how you craft a fluid tank is 5 glass panes like this. And also how you craft a fluid pipe is 3 glass panes on like each side. And that'll give you 6 fluid pipes. Now you do need also a standard wrench as well. So you craft this with 2 compressed bronze and 1 compressed steel. And how you get compressed bronze is through a compressor, compressed tin, and compressed copper. And you get these from another compressor, and it just goes along and along. So how you change the settings. So once I do it like this, for example, right here. Once I change it like this, oh my lord, it'll be like this. Now, from where the black part is, that is the inward setting. So it travels this way. If you have it like this, then it travels this way. If you have it like this, it travels. You get the idea. So when the black part, it just goes one direction, depending where the black part is farthest to. So yeah. So the process, water tanks, put some water buckets, just for example. I'm gonna get some water buckets and fill this up. As you can see, it's filling up. Now it does need a lot of water tanks, water buckets for each one. So unfortunately, yeah, you do need a couple of iron for that. There we go, all filled up. And now, from the water tanks, make sure this one is at the end setting. I recommend 2 fluid pipes from the water tank to here, and then to the water electrolyzer. Now the water electrolyzer, so it will eventually fill up this water tank right here, and then you do need a power source, which I don't know how to connect in. You probably connect it. It probably only runs on batteries. Actually, it says place battery here or use a connected power source. How do you connect a power source? Wire. Let's see about this. How you connect the. Oh god. It's not working. Definitely not working. So I guess you only can use a. You can only use a battery, which is, I guess you can control it. But yes, you do need a lot of water, so I recommend stacking it up. And it does give out also oxygen, so it'll be really good for oxygen tanks to fill up. Now, this will fill up the water. You can place water buckets here as well to fill up this. You need a battery, and then it'll fill up on hydrogen and oxygen. Now, oxygen I recommend is just pumping it out from the back into some tanks. Now the tanks, you can store oxygen inside of it. Once it's completely filled, it will turn blue, the tanks, which means it's filled up. And also look how many oxygen sealers I needed to fill this entire room. Crazy. So just connect these, just use the inward setting. I use the inward setting on all of these. So make sure you got your standard wrench ready. That will be really important in this process. So once the water electrolyzer is done with the hydrogen and oxygen, the hydrogen is what you really need in this situation. Now it'll fill up and transfer. So make sure there's 2 water pipes here, fluid pipes, and then grab a methane synthesizer. Now a methane synthesizer, it will take the hydrogen gas from the water electrolyzer. Make sure you got fragmented carbon as well. How you craft fragmented carbon? There's several different ways. You can use 4 charcoal to make 16 fragmented carbon, 1 charcoal to make 4, 4 coal to make 32, and 1 coal to make 8. So yes. So that is the recommended thing to do there. You also need a battery as well, because I don't see any spots for you to insert the wire in. Now it will produce methane gas. Now the methane gas is what you need to the last and final stage. So moving on to the gas liquefier. So from the methane synthesizer, it will collect in here. You also do need a battery as well. It will produce liquid fuel. But all of these can be put a atmospheric valve as well. Except for this one. The water electrolyzer does not offer the atmospheric valve. Now the atmospheric valve, as I understand it, right here, is crafted with 4 dash ingots and 1 oxygen vent. And now the oxygen vent is created by 1 compressed steel and 3 compressed tin. Now I'm gonna get the methane synthesizer for showcase purposes. Now you do need a planet with lots of gases, so you can't be on like a space station to do this because it only provides oxygen for itself. You cannot use a atmospheric valve on a space station solely for the purpose that it has no gases. It has no atmospheric gases. You have to use this on a planet like Earth, so you can get the atmospheric valve running. Now for the atmospheric valve, it does give you liquid nitrogen and liquid oxygen. You can use liquid oxygen for something, and the liquid nitrogen does turn water into ice in a canister. So, I mean, that's semi-useful, I guess. Not entirely useful. So just use the regular method of methane gas to turn into fuel. That's what we're looking for here. Now I have 9 tanks in total, 3 for each system, to get the maximum quantity. Now, of course, you can pile up tanks after tanks after tanks after tanks, but that'd be hard to fill up. It'll take like forever for those to fill up. So just use the normal. So I recommend 3 tanks like this. It'll be the easiest to fill up. So just connect it like this and it'll be good. Now you can collect these in a bucket. You can collect these in a bucket, or you could collect these in a canister to fill it up. Now for the rest of the video. Actually, I'll just replace these for a second. You just get the maximum perfect. Looks like everybody needs some carbon. Oh my. Why does everything need carbon now? Lol. Okay, so back. Also, I added a window as well so you can see outside, which is great. Now these are called vacuum. These are called vacuum windows, and they also are sealable. So you have 3 types. You have the strong type vacuum glass, you have the vacuum glass regular, and you have the clear vacuum glass. Now you can also paint these with the chromatic applicator as well. So I'll show you the types of vacuum glass. So this is the strong vacuum glass. This is the normal vacuum glass. And this is the clear vacuum glass. So this one's clear, this one's foggy, and this one's like the regular glass types. Now these are all sealable, except if you change the code for the sealable objects in the Galacticraft. I don't know how to do that, so sorry I can't show you that though. Now going back into the underneath of my space base. So we'll be working on the sleeping chambers. So I just love how these work. Custom door, Okay, so let's get to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. There we go. Marks 1 spot. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That is another room. Let's delete this wall. Set air. Perfect. There we go. Let's delete these. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's out of order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. So I have a lot of mods installed, such as Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod and the Avartia mod as well. So that is how the door is created, by the neutronium block and the crystal matrix in the Avartia mod. Crystal matrix and neutronium block. Actually, it makes a really cool door. Like, look at this animated door, honestly. Animated in the middle, black on the outside. Looks really cool. I just have to say that. Really cool. Come on. Now I never, oh. What happened here? Perfect. So I never really got to tell you about the bubble distributor. Now there is another oxygen type related stuff, which is the bubble distributor. Now the bubble distributor uses the same amount of, actually uses more energy, 2 times more energy than the oxygen sealer, but it covers less area. Now the oxygen sealer, on the other hand, you have to use in this. So it will start to generate a bubble, which you can breathe inside of it. It does not have thermal control, which means it does not have pressure control. So you still have to wear your spacesuit, but you can at least breathe inside of it. And you can make the bubble visible or not visible. Also really interesting. It uses 160 oxygen, while the oxygen sealer only uses boom. It uses 240 oxygen. Very interesting. So it uses about like half the oxygen, but 2 times more the power. It also covers a less of an area. As you can see, the bubble is finished. This is the maximum size of the bubble. Let me just go out here. It extends about like 12 blocks, which is not a lot if you're talking about a big space station. So that's why I recommend the sealer. Now the sealer covers about 340 or something like that. I actually don't know the true value, but it's definitely a lot more than the oxygen bubble distributor. And also you can just take off your pressure suit, take off your spacesuit without any worries of dying a quick death without pressure. So that's why I recommend you stick to the sealer, because the sealer is the better option. Now, if you're running out of resources, then the bubble distributor is better. But as you can see here, So let me see. Where's the distributor? Bubble distributor. Now it's crafted by 4 compressed steel, 2 oxygen fans, and 2 oxygen vents, and 1 compressed aluminum. Now the oxygen sealers is made of 4 compressed aluminum, 2 compressed steel, 2 oxygen vents, and 1 oxygen fan. Now I don't know which one is more complicated, but definitely the sealer, I think, is the more resourceful gathering one. So, I mean, if you're out of resources, then you could take it, but not likely. Not likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll just fill in the walls, and our episode will be done for the episode 4 for now. There we go. Let's take care of this wall. Might be the no, it's not. Here, so there. Now that is the living room wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now we got a empty space of 3. So I don't know what this is space for. I'm guessing I will just fill up this area with iron. So as I said, iron. Boom, 416 blocks affected. So that'll be it for this episode. I'm gonna be filling in the walls off camera. So and also be filling in the room with the beds and all. So make sure to subscribe and to leave a like, and while you're at it, just click the notification bell to get notified of every video I upload. I'll be uploading 3 times a week as for the summer break, so don't miss out on another video. Now I hope you enjoy your summer break, and goodbye.